Earth is my turf, every corner I've been, I'm red flag in my denim. It don't matter, I'ma send him to tell you he ain't a pimp, but he keep the
What's up, world? It's the Young King Whidbee, and I want to invite y'all to this cool world of mine. Most of y'all might know I'm from the 5 boroughs, also known as New York City. I want to discuss my upbringing, moving through Maryland, VA, and Philly, and then happen to end up blessed and living out in San Diego. We all have a story to tell, but right now this story is mine to tell. Vibe with me as we fuck with the realest. Ha ha. I actually came out here and I actually came to San Diego through the Marine Corps, you know, back in '01. I was graduating high school, and basically before that, I was doing a lot of nonsense. Everybody kept saying, oh, I'm never going to be nothing. I want to end up dead. We're going to pray for you. But when they say they're going to pray for you, they were just saying, we hope you end up hurry up and die, stuff like that. One day I was in high school, because, you know, in senior year, they usually bring people to your school to talk about these are the options for you, these are the colleges that are available. But I had two Marines come to my school, and they was telling me at the time that they make like $30,000. $30,000 wasn't really nothing, but to me, when you poor and you don't even have $5 in your pocket, you're like, damn, $30,000, I could use that. So once they told me that, I was cut. I didn't care. It was a way out of the city, a way out of hell, and I took it. Nobody else was giving me a hand. Nobody else was gonna put food in my fucking mouth. Nobody was gonna put no money in my pocket. So I was going. That was my way to get out. When I look back on my life, I feel like I don't deserve this life. I feel like I should have been dead a long time ago. I feel like God, it's a reason why God kept me alive this long, but it's like this. Growing up, every night I used to pray for God to kill me because all the stuff I was doing wasn't good. I prayed to God, then the devil came. When the devil came, he offered me stuff that nobody else could give me, so I accepted it. And now that I have all the stuff that most people are dying to get, I feel like I don't deserve. I feel like my blessings should go to somebody else. Even though I had a hard life and I worked to get all the stuff on my own, I still feel like I don't deserve it. I lived in Baltimore, Maryland. I lived in North Philly. I lived in Baton Rouge, Virginia. But the thing about that, I was actually trafficking drugs and trafficking guns, and that's how I ended up there. I would say San Diego changed me a lot because I used to be wild. I didn't care about nothing. I used to go downtown for no reason, beating people up. I used to drive up to LA for no reason, beating people up. San Diego is slow paced, so I had to learn that I don't need to move quick. And I learned that you don't have to always look over your shoulder. In San Diego, if you want trouble, it'll find you. If you don't want trouble, trouble's not going to come your way. And once I learned that, I was able to be at ease and peace, because in New York, there's always somebody around the corner that wants to kill you, that wants to beat you up, that wants to take your spot for no reason. In San Diego, people mind their business and they just live life. And I didn't come all the way from New York to San Diego to lose my life. I came here to live, and right now I get to live, and I don't have to worry about nothing. My number one goal, music has always been a stepping stone to me. I know like a lot of people might say, oh, you need to give it up because rap is a young man's game. But music is always my stepping stone. I want to get into movies. I'm actually right now into real estate, so I'm going to use the music to buy real estate and flip that and keep going and going. My goal is to buy a house up in Orange County. I want to buy another house up in London, another house in New Jersey. I want to get to the point where when I have kids, they don't have to worry. They're already set in life. It's all about progression. It's not about going backwards. I don't want my kids to know what it feels like to have nothing to eat, what it feels like to know if they're gonna have a roof for their head. I already want them to be set as soon as they're born into this world. Those are my goals. The artists that I work with so far with this music shit, I work with Loose Lyric, I work with Big Joe, I work with Don Elway, Liquid Loco, Pac-Man, a few others, but I don't like to name drop. Just like to put the music out there and let it speak for itself. My next album is actually a free mixtape, and it's entitled Cool World, which stands for Continue Overcoming Obstacles World. It's going to be dropping January 1st, 2017, and it's going to be on Apple Music, iTunes, Tidal, Google Play, all over. It's going to be some good music, a couple good features, just that hustler music. My music is more, I would say, conscious because I'm aware of what's going on, but 25% I would say is street. The other 75 is just me, survival music, motivation, get that money. Everything around me, what happened? Growing up, I was always a smart kid, but for some reason my mother hated me because my father left her, and she took her hate for him out on me. So when the sun rose, she kicked me out. When the sun set, I had to bang on the door to beg for her to let me in. She basically didn't want me. So the only option was the street. And in the street, it's about survival. Growing up, you either had money, you either was a drug dealer, you either was a pimp, or you was a killer. Everybody around me fell into one of those brackets. So of course, I had to survive, and I learned to adapt to my surroundings. New York City, they say, is the concrete jungle. Only the strong survive, and I had to survive. My brothers, they was blood. I had cousins that was Crip. I had cousins that was Latin King. But I went to a Crip school, and they schooled me on how to move. But my family that was blood, they didn't want me to get involved with that because they wanted me to go to school. I had dreams of being a lawyer. I actually wanted to be working the DEA because I wanted to save my mother, and I didn't want nobody else to grow up the way I did dealing with drugs. But that reversed on me because then I ended up getting into drugs, moving drugs, and stuff like that. That I knew I needed money, and I knew my family needed money, and I didn't want them to keep starving anymore because growing up, we used to cry to sleep. We used to cry ourselves to sleep because we didn't have nothing to eat. Growing up, my mother would get a check on the 1st and 15th, and instead of buying food, she would buy crack with it. When I would go outside, of course, when you're poor and you're bummy, people are going to look down on you. And like Biggie said, when I punch you in your face, you're going to ask me why, and you know why, because you disrespected me. And that just became a mentality of mine that you're not going to disrespect me. You either going to fear me or respect me. And most of the time it was fear, and that's when my reputation came. Like I said, I went to a Crip school, but I wasn't Crip. I was cool with them, and that didn't make sense to become Crip, and my family was blood. But one time I was in Brownsville with my brother, and it was a Crip there, and he was asking me what I'm doing over there, and I told him I'm with my god brother, and then he asked my god brother what he was, and my god brother told him that he was blood, and then you already know how it goes. That he went back and told them I was caught slipping. They ended up stabbing me up. When I healed, I asked my brother what we gonna do about it. they did the politics shit saying, oh, you not blood, you can't do this, you can't do that. So then I went, got my other cousin after I was done, and I went over there, did what I had to do, but just a lot of nonsense, you know. I ended up fucking with this Crip chick, Stephanie, and they knew that we was tight, and they ended up cutting her face. I went back to my brother, they didn't want to do nothing, so then I went out to the Bronx, and that's when I became non-trade gangsta blood, and we just had to put in work. And then all through New York City, I was just known for, I didn't care, I was just reckless. My life didn't mean nothing. If you didn't give me your money, I was gonna take it, or I'm gonna take your life. I didn't care, I just wanted to die. Like I said, every day, I was praying to God, please kill me. This life didn't mean shit to me. It wasn't worth living for. I didn't care. I never did drugs because of my mother. I've never been one of those type of person that was like, everybody smoking weed, I want to try it. I never been the type of person that wanted to drink because my stepfather, he was an alcoholic, that he used to drink just because he's breathing. That's the problem. Like how I said before with my blessings, there's a part of me that still says I don't care. Because I know I still have friends that's gang affiliated. I still have friends that's not gang affiliated. But if they get into a situation, I don't care. Do not fuck with my people. Because if you fuck with my people, then I'm going to come get you. And that's why I say I don't care about my blessings. And that's a problem with me. The one thing I want people to know about me, because it's crazy. When people see me, they get scared because they be like, oh, this big, dark, black nigga. I'm just like, yo, I'm cool as hell. You don't fuck with me, we good. If you want to talk, you want to joke, let's rock. You don't need to look at me and get intimidated. I'm not on that. I'm not trying to be the bully. I just want to live my life, you know? My life has changed for the better because instead of waking up to a faucet dripping, roaches crawling everywhere, people knocking on the door looking for my mother because she flipped out on them and then paid them for the drugs, I'm good. I wake up every day to waves crashing, white people saying hi to me, I don't say nothing back to them. My life has changed for the better, but it's just part of me that feels like I don't deserve it. Outlets I used to vent, I think it's just the gym, you know, lifting weights. It's clear my mind, playing basketball, traveling, driving, you know. I think the number one thing that's missing from my life to make me feel like I deserve everything that I'm blessed with, I would say a family, because it will change my outlet. Right now it's just me, so, you know, if I was to die tonight, nobody would care. They would just fight over my money. So, you know, having a family will make me say I have something to live for, and I will have to change for them, no matter what. My message to you will be, eventually, we all need to grow up. As life progresses, we need to progress. Every person has a story that they have to tell and that they're going to leave behind. But if you don't have a legacy if you don't have a legacy to leave behind, then what are you living for? No matter how many bitches you get, no matter how much money you get, when you get in front of God, He's going to ask you what you did with your life. And what are you going to tell Him? You're going to say, I fucked 1,000 bitches, I shot 1,000 niggas, I'm a Crip, I'm a Blood, I've been around the world. If you don't have a message, or if your life didn't impact somebody else's life, then you haven't done your job on this earth, and you're destined to come back and live it again.
Don't ask me where I'm from, it's where I G at. 619, they gon' believe that. Which rolling with cuz I know you